A 27-year-old man tried to meet up with a 13-year-old girl. On March 13th, 2023, a man named Thomas Zulker reached out to a 13-year-old girl on Instagram who lived in the Harrison, Arkansas area. Now, Thomas tried to arrange a meeting up with this 13-year-old girl after some conversation so that they could have intercourse. Now, as part of this conversation, Thomas Zulker did send a photo of his penis to this 13-year-old girl. During the course of the conversation, the girl made sure to tell Thomas Zulker that she was 13 years old. Now, he said he was 27 years old and asked the girl if she would switch over to Snapchat for more conversation. Thomas Zulker allegedly told the 13-year-old girl that being with someone her age has always been a fantasy of his, and this would be the first time. But he said, "Girls your age are just so hot, and I want to try it." Thomas Zulker allegedly told the 13-year-old that a lot of experience turned him off, but he would be willing to teach her. He said that he liked innocence and they could learn together. Allegedly, Thomas Zulker sent this 13-year-old adult videos to watch. He sent her a link, and the conversation between him and this 13-year-old went on for several days before Thomas Zulker gave the 13-year-old his phone number so that they could do a video call. Thomas Zulker arranged to meet the 13-year-old girl at a park in the Mountain Home area, but when he was walking around the park waiting for the 13-year-old to get there, a Mountain Home police officer, like a vehicle, came through the park, so Thomas Zulker got scared and left. He backed out of the meeting. So I've done several of these videos where police try to set up the individuals and they arrest them when the meeting goes to take place. And you might be thinking that that's what's coming in this video, but it's not. The police did not set up Thomas Zulker. So it wasn't police that tried to set up Thomas Zulker, but that doesn't mean that someone didn't try to set up Thomas Zulker. It was actually a citizen that tried to set up Thomas Zulker, and they were there at the park that day that that officer just happened to come through. Thomas Zulker backed out of that meeting, and this individual that was setting up Thomas Zulker followed him back to his house and confronted him that he was trying to meet up with a 13-year-old for the purpose of having sex with this young girl. This was something straight out of To Catch a Predator. It couldn't have been done better if Chris Hanson had done it himself, to be quite honest. This person followed Thomas Zulker home, went up to Thomas Zulker and confronted him about trying to meet up with a 13-year-old. He recorded the entire interaction. Thomas Zulker agreed to talk to him and admitted that he was having issues and that he had done things like downloading CSAM. During this interview with the person that tried to set up Thomas Zulker admitted to contacting potentially hundreds of underage victims online and said that probably 100 of those were with the intent of having a sexual encounter with an underage victim. He admitted to receiving at least 100 photographs of CSAM that he had requested from underage victims. Thomas Zulker did say that he had deleted most of the photographs that he had received. He said that most of the CSAM he viewed was through a social media platform called Telegram. He said that most of the victims on there were about 8 years old, but some of them were as young as infants. Infants. But, he's not that bad because he prefers 13 and older. During this recorded interview that is over an hour long, it's like an hour and 8 minutes long, Thomas Zulker admits to sending all of the text messages. Some of them are read aloud to Thomas Zulker, and he admits, yes, I did send those. The person that tried to set up Thomas Zulker and served as the decoy in this case contacted police and met with them. He was able to show them the video that he recorded and all of the evidence that he had. Eventually, Thomas Zulker was arrested. I don't know why it took so long, but on January 23rd, 2024, which is almost a year after this meetup happens, Thomas Zulker was arrested. He was charged with internet stalking of a child and traveling for the purpose of an unlawful sex act with a minor. Now, because he had almost a year surely he knew that this was coming, So, in my mind, the way that my mind thinks, if I knew that I was going to be getting arrested, I would be saving up money to get out of jail. And I don't know for sure that that's what Thomas Zulker did or not, but he had a $50,000 bond and he was booked in to the jail at around 1:46 p.m. He was out at 2:49. So he spent just over an hour in jail on January 31st before he was released. Now, I do want to reiterate, Thomas Zulker never actually met with a 13-year-old. This was all a setup. Also, please do not take ideas from this. You could be putting yourself in a very dangerous situation, and you could end up being charged with a crime. So, unless you have prior approval from a police department, please don't take this into your own hands.